What are the main problems people have when they are addicted? What is smoking, of course, is a big problem for many people. I know it in my family, friends, and so many smokers around. Yeah. What other problems do the people have when they come to you?
Yeah. I think this is a brilliant question, and it's obviously evolved as my research continue and our work continue together. So it's obviously evolved because, as I say before, we started with the smoking, which was the first addiction, and started to understand how this works on the system and what can influence, and mainly, just to say in general, as well with the aura and the electromagnetic field, I'm interested always in the causes of things. What causes things, not so much the symptom. So as well, I'm dealing as well with many other health, trying to find many different solutions for many things. But I'm interested more in the causes. What causes things to the smoking, all the addiction, I can say it's a symptoms. Just to say in general, of a result or a symptom of a certain process going on in us that result in certain acts we're doing. Because there is the obvious addiction that we're talking about. There is the smoking, and now it's become very popular as well in the newspaper here in Germany, which I'm dealing with it for over 20 years, which I'm saying sugar is one of the biggest addicted material.
One of the biggest problems also.
One of the biggest problems in the society. All what I call a lot of the refined product that we get. And alcohol obviously is what I can see is one of the biggest one and one of the dangerous ones.
Yes.
We have all the hard drugs that everybody knows.
Alcohol,
which is over the hard drugs, like you can say cocaine, heroin, which are everybody now a killer. So we have, the varieties of drugs are actually huge. But that's kind of what we're talking about, the physical aspects, which are very obvious. Yeah. But there are a lot of certain behaviors, as I say, that we are addicted to. Or maybe we'll go first before we jump to the other step. They even realize that certain, radiation from certain telephones, they're actually addicted to the brain.
One can be addicted to a telephone.
Yeah, I don't know if you know.
But that would explain the behavior of many youngsters today.
You see, I think you told me a very amazing fact that there are more people who have
access to mobile phones than to clean toilets. It was a UN study. I heard in the news.
And it's very addicted. All the stimulant, and we're talking about stimulant. The world is working about the fact that how much you can stimulate from advertising, TV, movies, how much there is more excitement. And the phones, you get a little machine that actually can do incredible stuff. It's all the things that we adopt in our life that we can't do without, as we say.
I see a change in awareness in the last 10 years. I was always aware of eating in food. I'm a vegan for many years now, so it was a big topic for me already. But what do you think? Why do you think there was a change in the perception of these things? Sugar here is described as really something evil and dangerous. For example, there are some figures I never was aware before. We have a graph, for example, when we see that in China, basically 4% of the people have a body mass index of 30 and over it. We in Germany, we have much bigger, nearly 1/4 of the German population is obese. And of course we know it already, America has a really big problem. So what do you think about these numbers?
Well, I think it's quite incredible, because it's a whole question, why those, as I told you, I'm interested, why those things actually happen. Obviously, thanks God, there are some places where there is much bigger awareness and people start to be warned. And maybe just to put a little point before, I'm not dealing in our institute, we don't say something is right or wrong. And I think I wrote it in a few articles in the Raman site that maybe some of the audience maybe had a chance to read. It's all question of quantity and quality and the reason why you use what you use. To go back to this number, I would say that it's, I I think we're coming, and it's known as well, for example, diabetic is one of the epidemic in the world, actually.
A big problem, yeah.
Even children, which wasn't before getting diabetic. It's a world that's controlled by the industry and economically, which is we're still part of it and we need to live in it. We need to find the right balances in life. That whatever we do, every act, every thought, affect everyone. Although we say it doesn't matter, I say everything is matter. Everything starting from electrical signal and manifesting into a matter. But there is no, it doesn't matter. Everything that we do is matter. How we do it and why we're doing it as well have a big influence.